Breaking, Starmer loses it as Jeremy Clarkson exposes shocking dark secret. Footage on live TV leaves nation reeling. The political world in the UK is in turmoil today as explosive footage aired live on television has sent shockwaves through Westminster and beyond. Labour leader Sir Keir Starmer, once seen as a steady hand and a principled leader, has been thrust into the heart of a scandal that has left even his most ardent supporters scrambling for answers. The shocking footage, broadcast during a live segment by none other than Jeremy Clarkson, has exposed a dark secret that has now overshadowed Starmer's carefully crafted image. This is not just another political scandal. This is a seismic event with the potential to redefine the course of British politics for years to come. The footage, which is now rapidly circulating across social media platforms and news outlets, captures Starmer in what can only be described as a compromising scenario. Details of what the footage specifically reveals remain a subject of intense debate, but its impact is undeniable. Starmer, who had long been considered a principled and competent figure in the political sphere, now faces accusations that strike at the very core of his leadership. Critics argue that this incident is not isolated, but a sign of a deeper malaise within the Labour Party, a party that has struggled to reconnect with its base and reassert itself in the aftermath of Brexit. The timing of this explosive revelation is particularly damaging. Starmer was on the verge of solidifying his position as a credible alternative to the Conservative government, which has been mired in its own series of scandals and missteps. But now, with this latest revelation, the tables have been turned, and it is Starmer who finds himself on the defensive. Jeremy Clarkson, known for his brash style and unapologetic demeanour, has dealt a gut punch to Starmer's campaign, exposing vulnerabilities in the Labour leader's carefully crafted image of competence and control. The irony of Clarkson, a figure often criticised for his own controversies, challenging Starmer's leadership is not lost on many observers. It is a clash of personas that perfectly encapsulates the chaotic state of British politics today, where trust in leadership is at an all-time low. And political figures seem more concerned with self-preservation than with addressing the country's most pressing issues. As the fallout from Clarkson's revelations continues, the reactions from all sides of the political spectrum have been swift and unforgiving. Former Prime Minister Boris Johnson, no stranger to scandal himself, wasted no time in weighing in on the matter. Johnson delivered a scathing critique of Starmer's leadership, framing the scandal as yet another example of Labour's inability to provide a stable and trustworthy alternative to the current government. While Johnson's own tenure was marked by its own share of controversy, his remarks resonated with a public increasingly disillusioned by all sides of the political divide. Johnson's words struck a chord with many as his critique underscored a broader sentiment. The British electorate is tired of political leaders who fail to live up to their promises and expectations. For Starmer, this scandal is more than just a public relations crisis. It is an existential threat to his career. His efforts to contain the situation have so far been largely ineffective. Statements from his team have been met with scepticism, and his public appearances have done little to quell the growing unrest. The British public, already fatigued by years of political turmoil, is demanding accountability from its leaders. This moment is not just about Starmer, it's about what he represents. For many, this scandal is a reflection of the broader failure of the political elite to meet the high standards expected of them. The public's frustration is palpable, and they are making their voices heard. The implications of this scandal for Starmer and the Labour Party are nothing short of staggering. Labour, which once seemed poised to challenge the Conservative government in the next election, is now at risk of losing the momentum it had managed to build. The party's internal divisions, long hidden beneath the surface, are now beginning to resurface. Some members of the party are openly questioning whether Starmer is the right person to lead them into the next general election, especially after this latest scandal. The parallels to past political crises are striking. Just as the fallout from Brexit reshaped the political landscape, this scandal could do the same. The trust of the British people, once lost, is incredibly difficult to regain, and Labour's path to redemption now seems increasingly uncertain. At the heart of this controversy is the role played by Jeremy Clarkson,